Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, already 4254777. So let's talk about the single life a little bit. Is the single life, is it better than being in a relationship? And I would say probably for almost everybody, a relationship is better. You can't live the single life forever. You know, it's fun when you're young. It's fun when you're, amazing shape. It's fun to just have a good time. But I think as you get older, you want to settle down. I think most of you will find that. And I have a friend of mine. Now he's 42? He's 42 years old. He was married. Got married. He was one of those guys got married, high school sweetheart, all that, got married. Now, he got divorced just a couple of years ago. I want to say it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. But I mean, this guy's, so he was 39? I think 39 when he got divorced. And he had a great job, has a house, makes really good money. He's a good guy, okay? And the single life for him in Bakersfield, I got to tell you, if you are and this is why it's gonna be a weird conversation. So, if you are a guy in Bakersfield and you own a house, you have a good job, you make a little bit of money, you're not, some broke dude living with your mom, you would be amazed the range of women that are willing to date you. From age to hotness, just the range of women that are willing to go out with you, right? And nowadays, we live in this world where you have 40, 50-year-old women that take great care of themselves and they work out and they're in great shape and they're attractive, but they're not as attractive as the 25-year-old version of them, but you know what I mean. So a guy, he was living the life. He had at both ends of the spectrum. He could date the 20-somethings, the 30-somethings, the 40-somethings, right? Because of his age range. Now, he's been single for, 3 years? I think 3 years, because I think he's 42 now. We just had his birthday a few months ago. Well, yesterday, we were out playing golf, and we go in the clubhouse, have a couple of beers afterwards, and he asked me about settling down. He says, I just, it's been great. Being single's been great. But he wants to settle down. And he was telling me because he met a woman and she has a couple of kids. She's divorced, couple of kids. They met, they hit it off. They've been seeing each other for a little bit. And he's thinking, he might settle down with her. And I hear you guys talk all the time about marriage. Oh, I would never get married again if I got divorced. Why? Or the single, being single so great. Is it really? At a certain age in your life, or at a certain point in your life, is being single really better? I don't know that it is. I think the problem is most of you are so desperate and insecure and lonely that you will make bad decisions in the people that you date. You don't look for the right person. Already 4254777. But is it better? Is being single really better? I don't know if it is. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, talking about the single life. Is being single really better? Already 4254777. Hey, Romeo, when it comes to being single, it just depends on how old you are. When you're young and single, it is a great time. Now, after you start establishing your life, making a little bit of money, wanting to settle down, then it's when you should settle down. Being single is great when you're young, but nobody wants to be that old man at the bar picking up on women. You just look like a creep. It's funny that you say that because when I was in college, my buddy owned a bar. And yeah, there was always one old guy at the bar trying to hit on college girls. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
You guys are talking about if being single is better.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Especially when you're older, it's not. My ex, he's like, I hate being single. I should have worked out my marriage.
How old is he?
He's 40. No, he's 50 already.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, but no, it sucks. Really, I was single for a while too. It sucks.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. Later.
All right.
Bye. Already 42547. Hey, Romeo, I just want you to know that being single in Bakersfield is great at any age, especially now that I have a little bit of money. I got a good job. I make good cash. I own my own home. I have a nice truck. So when I go out, I have my pick of the litter because of these Bakersfield women. You know, I can't disagree with that argument, to be honest with you. If you are, I mean, you're right about that. These Bakersfield women are a different breed when it comes to that. They want a good, stable man with a job and responsibility, and they have no problem going out with you, whether they're younger than you or older than you. It's just not, it's not. I always think of LA when I talk about Bakersfield. LA, you got to be fit, you got to have a good job, you got to make millions, you got to drive a nice car. It's real flashy and real superficial. So, fat and skinny matters in LA. But in Bakersfield, I think he's right, man. A lot of Bakersfield women look for stability. And if you're a good dude, if you're a good dude with stability, yeah, you might be right about that. Already 42547. It's Romeo outside of the 4.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So let's talk about the single life. A friend of mine, this came up because a friend of mine, he's been single for about 3 years, right? And he said he loved it. He was just loving being single. And I saw him yesterday, and he was telling me how he met a woman. She got a couple of kids. They're starting to get a little serious. And he was like, it's great. And I was like, well, what happened to the single life? I thought the single life was amazing. I guess it's not as great after a while. Already 42547. Rome. I don't think being single is better. I feel like you don't know what life is really about. You live life day by day. We like with little to no responsibility, or you have nothing to look forward to. I don't know. My brother's been single for as long as I can remember, like 12 years, and he is so irresponsible. Drinking all night, has no goals. So you're saying your brother needs a woman to straighten his life out? Is that what you think? I mean, how old is he? Is he enjoying his life? Okay. You said he has no goals. That's, I guess, yeah. All right. Already 42547. Hey, Romeo. These Bakersfield women are all gold diggers. All you need is a house, a job, and a car, and you'll never be alone in Bakersfield. Okay. It's quite a statement to make. Already 42547. The single life. How good is it? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo talking about being single, right? Is being single really better? A lot of you that are single think it's better until you realize it's not. Already 42547. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. I want to comment on the text messages you just read on the line on the radio.
Yeah, what do you got?
The guy who says that all you need is a house, a car, and all that you don't need a woman.
Oh, don't cuss. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. I apologize.
That's fine. Go ahead.
He's full of crap. He must be ugly because women out here nowadays, they have a house, they have a car. So their lives are fulfilled. They don't need a man for that.
Yeah, but even those women are responsible enough to know they want a responsible man. You see what I'm saying? So
the standards are a little bit higher.
By him saying, I think where he sounded like an idiot was by calling women gold diggers. But a woman who can take care of herself doesn't want some dude who's driving a Saturn and living with his mom She wants a woman who, she wants a guy who also has kind of the same thing she does.
Yes.
So I think that I think he's right, but I think he sounded like the idiot the way he put it because he stereotyped all women, and that's not how all women are in Bakersfield.
That's very true.
So yeah.
Also about the girl talking about her brother. I don't think there's going to be a woman out there in the world that wants a man with no gold.
Exactly.
So, I mean, good luck to her. If you're listening, good luck to you.
Yeah.
I hope he changes his life. You know, we'll put those good luck blessings his way.
Sure. All right. Are you single or married?
I am single. I'm a single mother. I have my own house, my own car, and if and when I'm ready to date, I'm going to want somebody at that same level as mine.
How long have you been single?
Oh, God. I think long enough to be stuck in my ways. About 10 years, maybe.
Why did you stay single so long?
The last person I dated, obviously, was my daughter's father.
Okay.
He's 10. And I've tried a couple times, but just problems. I mean, again, when it goes to irresponsibility, money, not having a vehicle, asking me for rides, things like that. I'm like, no, I'm not about that.
I got you. Fair enough. That's fair. There's a lot of those losers in Bakersfield, too. All right.
Well, I don't want to be like that guy and call all men losers because that's not true. There's some very great men out there, but I just...
Okay.
Yeah, the standards are a little bit higher.
Well, but that's the problem. That's not a problem, but that's the makeup of Bakersfield. You have all these women out there out in Bakersfield who are looking for some responsibility in a guy. But we have a lot of guys out here who care more about their muscles than their goals.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's true.
Then when you start running into these guys that, have a house, have a car, have a job, they start to look a little bit more attractive than, and it's a weird dynamic in Bakersfield. It's a very weird dynamic when it comes to men in Bakersfield.
It truly is.
All right.
That's why I'm going to move out of town to date.
Oh, gosh. There's good men here. Stop. All right. Bye. All right, 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, single, as you get older, I'm finding out less stressful and better. Okay. Okay. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, tell my sister I'm happy. Oh, the guy that's got no goals? That's pretty funny. Hey, Romeo, why are people upset that Bakersfield women are looking for men who have a home, a car, and a job? What else are they supposed to have? That's more than most men have. Well, I think she was just, the way the guy said it is all women in Bakersfield are gold diggers, okay? Even women who want a man with a house, a job, and a car are not gold diggers. It's just the way he said it in his text message. That's why she was upset, okay? There are still women out there that can have their own stuff. Although I should have asked her if how she got her house, because she did say she was with her baby's father. She'd been single for 10 years. If she got the house in the divorce or how that worked out. There's a lot of women out there in Bakersfield that cry how independent they are, but they got an ex paying for stuff. They still collecting child support and alimony, and that house came from their ex who cheated on them. But yeah, so there's a lot of women out there that do that. But Bakersfield is just a different place than a lot of other places. And had he not said gold diggers, he probably would have been, got a lot more women on the side. Because to be honest with you, if you got a job, if you got a house, if you got a car, those are signs of responsibility. That's what women don't want to hear. Women want to say they got a house, they got a car, how responsible they are. But if a single man does it, they don't want to look at that and go, well, that's a responsible man. Hey, what's good for the goose, good for the gander, right? And that's what women are looking for in Bakersfield. Whether they're younger or whether they're older, they're looking for that responsibility. They don't want that guy that went and spent $70,000 on a truck and still lives in an apartment with his mom. They want that guy for about, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Hot 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, what'd you send me here? Let's get started with football. Rome, so much for Josh Allen being the face of the NFL. Let's go Broncos. Yeah, the Broncos are done, by the way. I don't know when you sent me this. I always said Bo Nix has what it takes to win the Super Bowl. He's been put in every situation you can think of, yet comes out victorious. Too bad he ain't playing no more. Yeah. But to be fair, you got to be fair about it, though. You got to be fair about what happened. It was a 3-point game, a win in overtime. That's basically a coin flip, okay? And I'll tell you why I think the Broncos wouldn't have won the Super Bowl this year, even with Bo Nix. Josh Allen had 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions, 4 turnovers by Josh Allen, and I think the running back, 5 turnovers. And it took the Broncos to win in overtime with a field goal. That's not a champion. Sorry. RD42547-7. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
What's going on, Ron? Chili Gilly.
What up, Gilly?
Not a whole lot. Hey, you know one thing you're not going to hear this morning?
What's that?
That guy that calls us, bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. And then he gets back in the tool truck and he goes, I did it, boss. I did it.
I already this morning, but it's not barely 6 o'clock. I already this morning saw 2 Niner that I know were Niner fans all of a sudden wearing Rams gear this morning.
Oh, really?
I know, I know they're Niner fans.
Well, I picked up my grandson from grade school on Friday, so I was over there at Eisler, and I seen every parent that was coming in with Niner gear on, and I looked at this lady, and she was just looking at them too. I said, "Man, they must have a big sale on Niner gear, huh?" She goes, "I'm telling you." So anyway, I told this one guy, says he's pointing to the school crossing guard. He goes, "There he is." He goes, "We're going to do it on Saturday," because that guy was wearing a brand new hat. Mm-hmm. And I said, "So what are you going to do when they lose on Saturday, bro? On Sunday, you're going to shoot. We ain't going to lose. We ain't going to lose." I said, "Okay, all right."
They got embarrassed.
So I told the school crossing guard. You know what he told me? "That's okay. I'll be wearing my Miami Hurricanes hat if we lose." I bet he changed that today.
And they lost too.
Yeah, they lost too.
Where's he gonna go now?
Yeah, Indiana.
That's
Indiana.
funny. That's funny.
I'm gonna have to change my deal though, man. Nobody's gonna beat Seattle, bro. Nobody's going to beat Seattle. And I'm going to tell you, the people are going to say, well, they split Rams. They didn't play the same team they're playing now.
I don't know.
They kicked it up 3 notches, and I'm going to tell you one thing. They're going to beat them by 10.
Yeah,
they're going to beat them by 10.
I mean, I don't think you can argue that point, but the Rams aren't the Niners. The Niners are terrible. They were terrible.
Oh, I know, but they do everything to try to lose all these games that the Rams have been in. They did everything to try to lose those games.
The only thing, one last thing, Gilly, before I get out of here, though, the one thing that I hated this weekend, or I thought was stupid, was Josh Allen crying. You cried like a little baby because you failed your team. You can't be I hope he never wins a Super Bowl.
You know, that's the thing that me and you text each other. Mm-hmm. He felt that Mahomes wasn't in there. He said, now there's no obstacle. I'm going to go win it all.
Yeah. And nope.
How'd that work out for you?
It was just embarrassing to see. And he was the reason they lost. And it was embarrassing to see that.
One last thing I do want to say real quick is that Denver won, and then immediately after that, you got kicked in the gut. Yeah. Because you're not going to beat anybody with Jarrett from Subway.
No, you're not.
You're not. All right, brother.
Later, Gilly. Yeah, that. Dude, how do you take out the 2 top teams in the AFC in one fell swoop? You go beat Allen, and then you lose your quarterback. That's just bad luck, man. That's bad living right there. I don't care what you say. But for Allen to sit there and cry because he failed. Yeah, you let your team down. You fumbled twice. You threw 2 interceptions. You still almost won. But to sit up there and cry, That's why you can't win a Super Bowl. That's why you can't win. It has nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes or Josh or Joe Burrow, or now you got beat by Bo Nix. There's nothing to. You don't have the mental capability to win in this league, at least not the highest level. Mentally, you are not capable of winning the Super Bowl because of that right there, crying right there like a little baby because you failed. Yeah. All right, 842-547-7. It's Hot 94. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
Hey, Rome.
What up,
hey,
man?
I was calling to tell you, you know that guy that called on the radio station about saying every woman's a gold digger?
Yeah.
It's not true, man. Not every woman's a gold digger. He just can't meet or exceed their expectations.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So what he needs to do... Oh, go ahead.
Also, he probably doesn't know the difference between a gold digger and a woman who just has a standard for herself. Those are two totally different things.
Yeah, so what he needs to do, two options he can do. He could either get himself a torta, which has a, you know what I'm saying? So either that, or what he needs to do is he needs to go shopping outside the country if he's looking for that dime piece. Because that's what ends up happening here in Bakersfield. Some men, they want that model-looking woman with the BBL, and they can't afford it. You know what I mean? So that's what he needs to do. He needs to go shopping like in another country, like Mexico or something. Or, like I said, he needs to get himself a torta.
All right.
Have a good day, bro.
Later, man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you guys don't know the difference. A lot of you guys don't understand the difference. You think because a woman just wants a nice house and a car that she's a gold digger. Gold diggers, by the way, are, you know who they are. Gold diggers tell you they're a gold digger, and you got to be able to afford them. RD42547. Yo, Rome, the Raiders are drafting Fernando Mendoza. We're going to be Super Bowl next year. No, they're not. What's going to happen to the Raiders is next year is exactly what's going to happen to them this year. You're going to be in last place, unfortunately. If you think one rookie quarterback is going to make you a Super Bowl contender, you know nothing about football at all. Hey, Rome, John Elway coming out of long retirement and padding up for the Broncos. Probably do better than the Stable Brothers guy they got coming on next. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo. This is Steve in Seattle. I'm talking low because I don't want to wake up my parents. But what do you think about my Seattle Seahawks now?
They're going to the Super Bowl.
Thank you. You know, for all year I tried to call in, but the line was always busy. So that's the reason.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Seattle.
thank you.
What do you say, Steve in Seattle? RD42547. That's hilarious. Rome, you're right about Josh Allen. I was texting my brother saying Allen can't blame any lamer can't blame it on Lamar, Patrick, or Burrow. He had it in his arms, but he just couldn't do it. Well, yeah, but my God, I mean, be a man about it. Gosh, you're gonna sit there and cry. Go cry in the closet like every other single mom who got cheated on that doesn't want to show her kids that she can't handle it. You don't stand on a podium and act like a little baby. You cried like do you really want that guy running your team? Why do you think he hasn't won in 9 years? Why do you think he can't get to the Super Bowl? If that's your mentality, if that's the way you feel and you let emotions control you that much, and if it's true that you thought, and I don't know if he thought this might have been all the experts saying this, but if he really believed that this was his best shot because there was no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, and now all of the better quarterbacks than him are gone, and he should be able to do it, and then he goes and cries because he can't get it done, that's on you, bruh. That is totally on Josh Allen, okay? If that is your mental state, then you'll never win a Super Bowl. And nobody should want you running that team. You know, you need the arrogance. You know, Joe Burrow's arrogant, even though he hasn't won, but he's got there. Lamar Jackson is arrogant, even though he hasn't gotten there. And you know, I got kind of turned off by guys like that. Their arrogance of, oh, I'm so great. Everybody's talking about how great I am and I've never gotten to the Super Bowl. But I think I'd rather have that guy than you crying. Be man up. You're supposed to be in the toughest sport. You're supposed to be the guy leading men. And that's your leader? My God, what an embarrassment. All right, 842-547-7. But what do you expect? Some dude from Fresno. Or where's he from? Fireball? Yeah, what do you expect from those guys? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, Rome. Bang, bang. Can't hear you, gang. Lots of merch returned yesterday, I heard. NFC West is keeping this Super Bowl Rams or Seahawks celebrating at Levi Stadium. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Gilly says the Seahawks are the ones. I mean, whoever wins, either the Rams or the Seahawks, I think is going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, I think the Patriots are going to be in it. There's no way that I think this backup is going to go to the Broncos and all of a sudden, well, you know, what's his name did it though? Who's the guy from Philly that did it? Remember the Philly quarterback, the backup came in and he ended up winning a Super Bowl? What was his? Somebody will tell me his name. All right, 842-547-7. Rome, I guess the Texans defense has been keeping them in the whole time because C.J. Stroud is just not that good. No, C.J. Stroud played like garbage. You ain't lying. He played like garbage. So, yeah. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, good morning, Rome. Gilrod here. That was an embarrassing loss for us on yesterday. I went to the store to buy a 3-pack, and the cashier asked me why I'm still wearing the hat. It was my Niner hat. Then I asked her, why are you still wearing your tattoo on your neck? Your 1980s looking chola. She just said, okay. Wow. Yeah, a lot of fake-ass Niner fans are now Rams fans. That's where they're all going, by the way. All the Niner fans, that bandwagon has now jumped on that Rams bandwagon, okay? So that's where I've already seen it. Hey, Rome, did Brock Purdy cry? Oh, I don't know. Did Brock Purdy get up on the podium and cry after he lost on Saturday? I don't know. Josh Allen did. That was sad. That's embarrassing, bro. How are you expected to mentally be capable of winning a Super Bowl when you're going to sit there and cry like that? All right, 842-547-7. I will say this, though, and this is what I think is going to happen now with Josh Allen. Remember when Derek Carr came out, and Derek Carr was legitimately winning football games with the Raiders. I mean, legitimately had a shot to go to the Super Bowl, like a real shot. The Raiders had a real shot. And then he ended up breaking his leg or his arm or something. What did he break? I don't remember, but he ended up getting hurt. Obviously, they lost. I don't remember the whole scenario. All I remember is he got hurt. They either went to the next game of the playoffs and got beat pretty bad, or he got hurt in the next round of the playoffs and they lost or something. I don't remember the whole story. But he got hurt. And when he came back, he didn't seem to be the same. He always seemed a little scared. I mean, he still was a decent quarterback. I mean, for playing for the Raiders, he was still a decent quarterback, but he always seemed like a little tentative, and it always appeared that happened to him after he got hurt. Now, I don't know Derek Carr, so I don't know if anybody's ever asked him that question or not, but he always seemed just a little bit tentative. And that's what Josh Allen's done. Bro, his ego is busted. You know, mentally, he's got to just be done. This was his year. Oh my God, nobody's standing in his way. And then Bo Nix comes in and what? And it wasn't even Bo Nix. It was you, Josh Allen. You failed. So, I mean, I don't know. He's got to be done. I mean, I wouldn't, and then go up there and cry at the podium to cry? What is wrong with you? Mentally, that guy is not capable for that position. I don't care what I think he's done. I think he'll never win again. I mean, he'll win some games, but he's not. I think he once he hits the playoffs for the rest of his career, he's just not capable. He won't be capable mentally to be there because he's always going to fail. I mean, all right, 842-5477. To sit there and cry like that, what is wrong with you? It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys, Romeo. Hey, Rome, we don't want those bum-ass Niner fans rooting against the Hawks. The Hawk Tuies, go Rams. They already are. I've already seen it in person, live and in person. I've already seen Niner fans wearing Rams gear. I've already seen it, and it's only Tuesday. So, I mean, the bottom line is 99.9% of Niner fans are fake-ass fans in Bakersfield. They got to go somewhere else because the Niners lost. The next logical place is the Rams because they can make that argument. You know, oh, I've been a Rams fan. You know, L.A., they're so close. Yeah, so whatever. Good morning, Nat. What's going on?
How dare you sit there and talk about Matt McGloin? He gave it a hell of a shot. When Derek Carr went down. Matt McGloin, if he won the game, he went on to be maybe the NFL Hall of Fame. But now he was the car wash in Wales.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it was. I think that's what happened with Derek Carr, because wasn't he one game away from the Super Bowl or something? It was two. I don't remember the whole scenario, but I think it was close. I think before he got hurt, they were a legitimate shot. Nick Foles, that's the guy. Didn't Nick Foles come in and win a Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles as a backup? I mean, maybe Statham can do it, or Stattenheimer, whatever his name is. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Rose. Seahawk Lou.
What up, Lou?
Hey, man. Them Niner fans are awfully quiet now. I don't hear them.
Nah, it's because they're all Ram fans now.
Oh, my God. That's embarrassing, bro.
Well, you were a Charger fan before 06, so what are you talking about?
Oh, why are you saying that lie, Rome? I was never a Charger fan.
I know for a fact. I got proof. So, but I'm going to let you ride that out. But okay.
Seahawks fan till I die, man.
Well, yeah, but before that, you were a Charger fan, so. Hey, you switched 20 years ago. There's nothing wrong with that.
20 years ago. I'm not considered a bandwagon fan?
No. I mean, you did switch when they won the Super Bowl, so, but I mean, I would consider that. But no, I guess we'll give it to you right now.
There you go, man. Hey, play that bandwagon fan song for me, please.
No, we're good. All right. I just played it. All right, 842-54-7-7. They're all Rams fans now. That's what's kind of funny about the whole thing. Hey, Rome, the backup quarterback was Nick Foles. Yeah, it was Nick Foles. Nick Foles, that's no Nick Foles. Okay, Nick Foles. Okay. So maybe the Broncos backup can do it. I mean, Nick Foles might have been put in that same situation where he had to come in during the playoffs and win. I don't remember exactly at all, but you never know. Maybe the Broncos quarterback is good enough. I don't know. Already 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. The Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right. KISV FM. Hey, Rome, do you know they fired the Bills head coach? Yeah, they did. I mean, they should have, because they should have fired Josh Allen for crying on the stage, crying after throwing 2 picks and fumbling twice. That's who they need to fire. The coach will be fine. I mean, the coach will probably go somewhere and succeed. You know, sometimes you need to change the scenery. But I mean, should they have fired him? Maybe. In 9 years with Josh Allen or 8 years with Josh Allen, they keep losing. I mean, what's the goal? The goal is to win the Super Bowl. The goal is not to make the playoffs every year. The goal is to win the Super Bowl. And they hype Josh Allen up like he's the best player in the NFL, like he's the best quarterback, right? So, I don't know. Good morning, Nat. What's going on?
Wow, I can't believe it. He just admitted it on the radio. So I'm not considered a bandwagon fan because you told him it was that. Oh, my God.
Did you see how Lou was never always a Seahawks fan?
He'll give himself up. Oh, my God, what a bandwagoner, bro. Damn it.
You're going to see a lot more, though. As it gets a little closer to the game on Sunday, you're going to see a lot more Marshawn Lynch jerseys.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, what are you talking about, Romeo? I'm wearing my Jim Zorn jersey right now.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot.
Like a halter top.
Gosh, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly.
Later, man.
Later.
RD4254-7-7. Rome, I've seen Raider fans wearing Lynch jerseys. What does that mean? They at least I'm surprised they don't got Mendoza jerseys already. Yeah, I don't know what that means. It means Raider fans are not necessarily bandwagon fans, so I would not. They just want to be a part of something, I guess. I'm assuming you're saying they're wearing the Raiders Lynch jersey, right? Not the Seahawks one. Raider fans aren't normally bandwagoners. It's usually just the Rams and the Niners. All right. Or basically 99% of football fans in Bakersfield. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo.
What up, man?
As the mayor of City Town, you tell Seahawk Lou we'll see you in Santa Clara.
Okay. All right. RD4254-7-7. I actually kind of hope I kind of hope the Seahawks don't make it to Santa Clara after the Super Bowl just for Seahawk Lou's family's sake. He might actually take a loan out on his house to buy tickets and then lose his house in a couple of years. Hey, Rome, we don't want those. Oh, wait, I already read that one. Hold on. Hey, good morning, Rome. Despite all the injuries to the key players, the 49ers had an okay season. Hopefully all these bandwagon fans don't come back next season. The Niners did not have an okay season. Okay, I hate to put it to you guys like this, but the Niners are one of those teams that in the last 10 years, they're Super Bowl or bust. I mean, you can't keep getting close and losing the way they do. I think they might fire their coach next year if they don't do something. So yeah, I just it's not. Yeah, it might be Super Bowl or bust for that coach next year because they can't keep just winning enough. You know, that's what Josh Allen did. They fired the Bills coach, but they should have fired Josh Allen for crying. Hell no, Romeo, Niners all the way, but I'm originally from North, never jumping. Nah, you're a bandwagoner. Don't lie to me. You guys, what it makes it even funnier is the ones that even try to prove it even harder to me that they're not bandwagoners. That's what makes it even funnier. All right, 84254-7-7. 194.1, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome? I'm calling it right now. Seahawks winning the Super Bowl.
Okay. RD4254-7-7. There you go. Go put your house payment on the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. Hey, Rome, what'd you send me here? Did you watch the Bills game? You think that was a catch or a pick? That play had the game. Okay, the line? What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know if that was a catch or an interception. I mean, I have no idea. It looked like, to me, if I'm gonna be fair about it, what I saw from the G Brothers Smokehouse in Slow was that ball moving in his hands and it being an interception. But I don't know. I don't know. All right, 84254-7-7. What's going on?
Josh Allen, he's my quarterback, man. He has feelings too, man.
Don't cry.
Leave him alone, man. He's my quarterback.
Josh Allen, in my book, at this point, after crying, after he failed so miserably in that game, that he should be embarrassed of himself, and I wouldn't want that guy on my team. He's never going to win a Super Bowl. I don't think he'll ever even get there at this point. I mean, his ego, his ego has got to be busted, boy. His confidence has got to be gone every time he hits the playoffs now. You cried after you failed. My God, that's embarrassing. RD42547. Hey, Ron, what'd you send me here? Can I say for the Broncos opponent is welcome to Stiddy City? Oh, I think the Broncos are going to get killed. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm in the valley. It's Romeo. You know, what do you say, Stiddy? What's the guy's name for the Jason Statham? What's the hell's the guy's name who's got to play for the Broncos now? Who's going to start in the AFC Championship game? Do you think this is a little passive aggressive? The wife of the stadium, whatever his name is, the wife of the backup who now is starting, is she sent out a meme or a text or a tweet or whatever, X, whatever it was, with hair, you know, the emoji of the praying, the hands praying, that with a picture of Bo Nix. That's what she tweeted out or X'd out, whatever you call it. Now, that's what she put out on social media after the game. After we found out Bo Nix was hurt and her husband was starting. Don't you think that's a little passive aggressive? What are you going to tweet out when your boy, your man, your husband goes out and get his ass handed to him because he's a backup? Yeah, she finally gets her moment to shine in the AFC Championship game. She's not just the backup's wife. 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, RD42547. Hey, Rome. Derek Carr got hurt with 2 regular season games left. They lost both of those and lost the number 1 seed, and then lost the first round of the playoffs when he got hurt. And we've seen the Broncos backup quarterbacks. Was that okay? So that's what happened. But yeah, they were legitimately, when Derek Carr got hurt, weren't they a legitimate Super Bowl contender? I think though. And then the first round of the playoffs, they just got destroyed. Let's see. Broncos backup quarterbacks could do. He was a Raider, so I'd say they're done. I think he's going to get embarrassed. I don't think he's. Has anybody? I mean, what Nick Foles did was just not real, not possible, right? What he came in. When did Nick Foles come in? When did their starting quarterback go down? Were they already in the playoffs? But what Nick Foles does, this doesn't happen. So I can't imagine that this guy's going to come in here and beat the Patriots. I mean, that's just. Could you imagine the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl? How many people are not going to watch that game? Who wants to see that game? I mean, they better hope the Rams make it. Super Bowl ratings are going to be down. Nobody's watching that game. RD42547. Yo, Rome. Connor Cook started the playoff game. For what are you talking about? Hey, Rome. Derek Carr broke his fibula in the week 16. Oh, okay, and Connor Cook started. They got killed, if I remember. Yeah, they got ridiculous. They got beat bad. RD42547. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What time does your team play next week from the Raider Nation? I don't know. Same time as the Raiders play. Hey, Rome, the closest the 49ers get to a Super Bowl is hosting it. No, didn't they make it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? They've gotten pretty close. RD42547. What'd you send me here? Hey, Rome, man, unfortunately, the AFC ran into Patrick Mahomes in his prime and took the hearts out of those other quarterbacks in their prime because he was so much better. It's a lot of QBs that won't win one because of that. Yeah, there is. You're right, Raider James. You got it, bro. So yeah, that's like all those people that say they didn't win championships because Michael Jordan was there. Yeah, it's true. But Josh Allen is just, I mean, after seeing his character, after failing miserably, and he failed miserably. I know the game was really close and it was a good football game. It went into overtime. But the problem with the Broncos and the Bills game was very simple. Josh Allen fumbled twice, threw 2 interceptions, okay? That's on him. And still almost won, though, okay? Still almost won. That shows how bad the Broncos are. Okay, that shows that the Broncos weren't good enough to put them away. Five turnovers, and you can't put a team away. You got to beat them in overtime. Fair enough. Okay, it is what it is. But for him to go cry and talk and cry, feels like he let his team down. Well, he did. But you say it like a man. You own it like a man. You don't sit there and cry. That just shows you're not capable. You're not capable of winning the championship with a mentality like that. I will take an arrogant Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's never going to win a Super Bowl. Dak Prescott probably won't even make the playoffs ever in his career again. But at least he stands there like a man and owns it and keeps saying, hey, we're going to get it done, you know? I would rather see you do that than cry. That just means you're not capable of handling the pressure of what it takes, the pressure that you need to deal with to win a championship. And they boost Josh Allen up like he's the best in the NFL. He's not the best player in the NFL, okay? He's not the best quarterback in the NFL. He's not. And he proved it on Saturday and then proved it once again Saturday after the game when he cried. That's not endearing, okay? That makes you pathetic and embarrassing. RD4254-7-7. Hey, Rome, can you tell your source if this is true? My coworker said the only reason the Packers resigned the head coach is to trade him for picks and players. I don't know. Did the head coach resign to the Packers? I don't know what you're talking about. Or are you talking about the Bills? I actually don't know what you're talking about. Did the Packers head coach resign? I didn't know that. Already 42547-7. That's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Already 42547-7. What do you got here? Let's see. Hey, Brock Purdy was also crying on the sidelines after he got banged by the Seahawks. Well, Brock Purdy's also, 12? So, yeah, I can see that happening. Jarrett Stidham. Oh, that's the name of the guy that's going to be starting for the Broncos. Okay. RD4254-7-7. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Romeo, I don't know how old you are, but you have to get in with the times. It is good for men to cry. We need to see something. They need to have some emotion. This arrogant stuff is long gone. That's bull crap. Somebody has to cry, and it has to be football players.
No. There's a difference between being a jackass and crying. There is a middle ground of being sensitive and being nice and being a sensitive man. You don't go cry in front of millions of people after you just failed. And if your man did that, and you would be embarrassed if that, to go to work the next day and go, yeah, that was my man crying up there after he failed miserably, you would be embarrassed, okay? Now, your man showing up and bringing you flowers and taking you to lunch is a sense of sensitivity. You'd be proud of that. But
Is
no.
he crying?
But crying? What if he came to your work and started crying in front of everybody?
Oh, I would lose him. All my girls would take him.
Oh my God! Then you.
Oh my God!
Oh no! Not
pathetic.
one of you would. Everybody would laugh at him, and you'd be the laughing stock of your work. I guarantee it.
I would laugh, but all these young people, they think it's mental health. These young people dig that stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think it's mentally unstable too for him to do that. So I'm with you. The kids love it. Let him cry. Let him cry.
Oh, you lost your mind. I can't with you. Get out of here. RD 4254-7-7. Oh, Josh Allen. That is not attractive. It's embarrassing. And I'll even give it to her. Let's say it is it's mental health, as she put it. What your job is to be the most mentally stable person on that football field. That is your job. Okay? That's all it is. You have to be the most stable person on the field if you want to win a Super Bowl championship, if you want to be the best at your job. Okay? If you want to cry, go get your bottle of wine and cry in the closet. Okay? Even single moms, even women who got cheated on with their kids, go cry in the closet so their kids don't see them cry and make their kids feel like, hey, mom's got it. All right? Don't embarrass yourself, Alan. You embarrassed yourself. How many of you want your man to come down to your office and start crying in front of everybody? Yeah, that's adorable. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
Good news. The Denver Broncos are going to re-sign Jake Plummer. No. Hey, no, there's no truth to that. Matter of fact, they're going to offer Matt LaFleur a multi-year contract.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought I heard. I don't know what that dude was talking about. Okay.
I don't know, man. He has a special computer.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
A Commodore VIC 64.
Was that a computer?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Later. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Rome.
What up, Joe?
Tell these women to quit demasculating our men, man. We don't need crybabies. They won't even want to be with the guy. The girl's crying up.
I know she's crazy. That's not the truth at all.
We'll leave the cry to the bang bang wagoners.
All right, Joe. Like, get out of here, Joe. RD4254 7 to 7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1. The rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
Hey, Ruben. What's going on, man?
Now, what is it the fog messing with these women's head, or what, Rome? I mean, excites them to have a man that cries like that?
Oh, no. She was just saying that these women today, they like sensitive men. And
yeah, I believe it. You know
No. You could watch whatever TikTok you want, but women today still do not want a man who's going to sit there and cry like a little baby because he can't accomplish something.
I honestly would hope not, but a lot of these women want to make sure that, you know what I mean, they got that little power over their man too, Rome.
No, they don't.
These days, they like it, you know what I mean?
Not at all. You guys are totally wrong.
They like it, but
nothing has changed.
Something changed. Look at that fool. Hey, something changed, Rome. Look at that fool, how he was crying up there, Rome.
Well, yeah, because he's not capable of, because he's not, mentally, he's not capable of handling the pressure of being in the position that he's in. That's on him. It does nothing to do with society. What?
But for his girl to be okay with the Rome, come on.
He just got paid $400 billion. Of course she's okay with it.
Well, you got that right.
So come on, man. No, you guys are all wrong. You guys are no woman wants her man to walk into her office right now and start crying in front of everybody.
Oh heck no! I mean, I agree with that 100%.
All right.
But there's a lot of sucker types these days, Rome.
There's no more sucker types than there have been. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. No.
When I go to the grocery store, I see these ladies walking out and their man on the phone, and they're walking out carrying the bags and stuff like that. Come on, Rome.
Times have changed to an extent, but not in the way that you think. No.
Back in the day, you won't catch your dad walking out and your mom, you know what I mean? It'll be the other way around maybe, but dad will always be carrying the bag. He wouldn't just be walking by the side or sitting in the passenger seat while your girl pumps gas.
All right, Ruben, get out of here.
I'm just pointing it out, Ruben.
And I'm just saying, let me do the show. You guys are so delusional as it comes to men and women. Yes, men have become more sensitive. You're absolutely right. Okay? But becoming more sensitive as a man is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay? Being more considerate and women becoming a little tougher is not a bad thing. Okay? But still, there is a line between a sensitive man who will do something nice for a woman more so than actually crying. Okay? So you guys don't know what you're talking about. All right, 84254 7 to 7, Rome. This is going to be a whack Super Bowl. Seahawks, Patriots, and Bad Bunny. Yeah, the Super Bowl is going to suck. This might be one of the lowest rated Super Bowls of all time. Yeah, it's going to suck. Who wants to watch all that? All right, 84254 7 to 7. And that's not, and I'm not saying that because my team didn't make it. I'm saying that because there are teams that people like to see, and there are teams that nobody cares about. Without Tom Brady, nobody cares about the Patriots, and nobody definitely cares about the Seahawks. So, what are you going to do? People care about the Rams. I want to see the Rams play in the Super Bowl. I mean, I watched that Super Bowl. I probably won't watch this one. Seahawks and the Patriots. I don't care about the Patriots or the Seahawks. But there's nothing about either one of those teams that's compelling. And I'm assuming they make it, but we know the Rams, right? You would have liked to see Bo Nix in the Super Bowl, right? There's certain things that are compelling, and if it's the Patriots and the Seahawks, that's nothing compelling about that. RD42547. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. RD42547. Yo, Rome. Josh Allen is like Seahawk Lou. A good person, absolutely a bad player. Seahawk Lou used to be a Charger fan. I know he used to be a Charger fan. He's trying to lie to us, but Seahawk Lou was a Charger fan, became a Seahawk fan when they won the Super Bowl in however long was that, 20 years ago with Marshawn Lynch and all them guys? Yeah. Rome, I agree. That was on Allen. You got to step up when it counts. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was on him. But to cry about, you can't cry about it. I mean, do you want, you can't cry about it. You got to just, if you're going to be the leader has to always act like nothing's wrong. The leader has to always, that's why I sit there and laugh, because there was remember when, you guys probably never seen this movie Pixels, right? With Adam Sandler, and he goes to do, and she's a single mom. She's a real tough lady. She's, her husband left her for a Pilates instructor, and she's crying in the closet, sipping wine, And I always make that joke now. If you're going to go cry in the closet. And you got to do that because you don't want your kids seeing you cry. They believe in you. They have to believe somebody is leading this ship. Somebody's driving the car, right? And they got to feel safe, whoever's driving the car. That's why I always say, go cry in the closet. But Josh Allen did it publicly. Do you want that guy leading you to a Super Bowl? He's never going to do it. You can't be in your feelings like that and win a championship. You can cry afterwards because you accomplished it. But no, come on now. Hey, good morning, Romeo. Just a PSA. Can you tell your listeners out there, could they please turn their lights on if they're driving in the fog? Not their brights, just turn the lights on. Have a good day. Okay, turn your lights on. Everybody be careful in the fog. It was funny. I was driving back from San Luis on Saturday night in the fog. And I had to it was so bad, I had to actually use my map, my GPS map on my car, which worked great, by the way, because I didn't know where the turns were because it was so foggy. But yeah, it worked great to show me where to turn. Hey, Rome, Seahawk Lou still has that inflatable Seahawk Santa Claus in front of his house. Well, because Seahawk Lou's trying to overcompensate for the fact that he once was a Charger fan. That's what bandwagoners do. They overcompensate so that they want you to believe how loyal and how big of a fan they were or they are. That's what bandwagon. That's why you see those stupid Niner fans. The bigger the chain, the faker the fan. Okay? Seahawk Lou's just trying to overcompensate is what he's trying to do, to make you believe he's been a Seahawk fan his entire life and that he is the one true fan. Okay? And he's not. RD42547. But here's the thing about Seahawk Lou that you got to understand. Seahawk Lou's a loser. Okay? He is not the winner in his life. And he has to live vicariously through the Seahawks to make himself feel better about the things that he's not winning at. He don't even got a job. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD42547. What did my boy just text me here? Hold on. My resident Niner fan. Yo, Rome, I agree with you about the Super Bowl. Who gives it? Yeah, nobody's going to care. If it's the Niners and the and the Patriots. Nobody's going to care about that Super Bowl. The Rams, though, people will care about the Rams. The problem is the Super Bowl has to have an interesting component to it. You know, if the Bears would have made it, Caleb Williams, you know, he's fascinating. Bo Nix even would have been fascinating story, but there's no compelling element to the Patriots and the Seahawks. RD42547-7. Hey, Rome, going back to silver and black since my Niners let me down. Let's go Raider Nation. Gotta go. My baby mama just pulled up. Got a court today. There you go. Hey, Rome, so much for Josh Allen being the face of the NFL. Yeah, he's done. He is done. Hey, you Evan Chiefs fan, when is a great time to choose an NFL team to be considered a bandwagon sports fan? That's a very good question, because I will say this, and you guys can say whatever you want about this, but I'm right and you're wrong. And I'll tell you why. If you grow up, if your parents raise you as a certain fan, okay? And when you get old enough to decide for yourself who you want to support, you're not a bandwagon fan. If you move, if you grow up somewhere other than Boston, but if you move somewhere, like if you move to a town that has professional sports teams and you grew up as a certain fan, there's nothing wrong with becoming a fan of that team, because that's where you live. You get caught up in the culture of the team. You get caught up in going and seeing the games, and they're always around. You start to build a relationship with that team to an extent. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just human nature, you know? So if a team leaves you, if you were an Oakland Raider fan and the Oakland Raiders left twice, there's nothing wrong with supporting a local team. There's nothing wrong with that, but Raider fans don't do that. I'm just saying in general. So yeah, there's a lot of different reasons to when you can be a fan of a team. RD42547-7, KISV-FM Bakersfield. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, what did you send me here? Hey, Rome, a girl wants a man that cries. No, she doesn't. There might be one. Yes, okay, because there's always but 9 out of 10 women, I don't care who they are, they don't want a man who's going to cry. So you're wrong. A woman who wants a man who cries is an exception to the rule, not the rule. I don't care what you guys say. Women still want to feel safe. Women still want a man who they think can handle their business, even when the woman can do it all. This is where you guys are wrong. There are plenty of women out there that can take care of business, okay? But they still want a man who can do it as well and is not going to sit there and cry. You know what? Oh, it's so frustrating. You guys need to get off the internet because you don't know what the hell you're talking about at all. All right. And if you and any women that think Josh Allen was endearing because he cried, they're not watching him because he's crying. They're watching him because he's a multimillionaire. Okay? So calm down. RD42547-7. Hey, Rome, what are you guys talking about? I'm a Niner fan. They out. Better luck next year. Well, okay. The Niners, they got beat bad. RD42547-7. Yo, Rome, does Seahawk Lou know his team is one game away, or is he like a Raider fan that don't know when they play? No, he knows. He just assumes they're going to beat the Rams, you know? I don't know if the Seahawks are going to beat the Rams or not. I give the Rams a fighting chance, to be honest with you. RD42547-7. Hey, Rome, I heard you used to be a Redskins fan? No, we grew up on an Indian reservation, and they did, the Indians on the reservation liked the name. RD42547-7, but no, I was never a fan. It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
What's up, Rome? I'm completely aware of everything that's going on, man.
Okay.
I'm aware of the lies you're spreading. That I used to be a Chargers
I'm not spreading those lies. I get multiple text messages a day about you being a Charger fan, and I got pictures of you.
They're a bunch of liars. You know you do not got pictures of me. They're probably AI.
And the photo's AI. Of course it is. All right. Well, hey,
you do
you, boo. You do whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better about yourself. It's all good.
I just go cry in the closet if you start posting pictures like that, man.
I'm just saying, you do whatever you say, whatever you want to say, whatever helps you sleep at night, Lou, is okay with me. Okay, I'm just telling you what's been told to me and what I've seen. So whatever the case may be, you do whatever you want. It is not that serious to me.
It's serious to me, man.
Well, then be honest.
I was never a Charger fan. Never in my life.
Well, then who were you a fan of before? The Niners?
Nobody.
Oh, you're lying. I know you're lying, but okay. Lou, whatever you want, man. You keep making yourself feel good, living vicariously through this so that you can be you. Be happy. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the one questioning about your bandwagonness. Everybody else is. I'm just telling you what people are telling me and reading text messages. So I'm not. You be you, man. You got to do something to feel better about your life every day. If this is it, I'm happy.
They're all liars, especially Ruben, man.
It's not. Ruben's never once said anything like that.
Yeah, but in general.
Okay. All right. There you go, then. All right. There's Seahawk Lou. He's not a bandwagoner. There you go. Whatever helps him feel better about his life, living vicariously through a team that he jumped on the bandwagon for when they're winning, that helps him live better, that's fine, because everything else about his life sucks. RD4254-7-7. Somebody just sent me a photo. Seahawk Lou, a fake Seahawk fan for sure, sent me a picture of Seahawk Lou wearing a Chargers jersey. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Rome. It's me, Angel.
Angel, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, I got a little story with you, man. Hey, who was that last caller that just called in? Well, who was that dude?
Oh, he's from Wasco. That's some Seahawk Lou, he says.
Okay. So this is the situation, Rome. It was the Coliseum. It was 83 or 84. My mom's boyfriend got tickets to go see the Raiders, when they were in L.A.
Okay.
So he thought he was this big shot, Rome. He thought, he was trying to, finesse my mother and all that. Rome, what do you know about we went over there, and we're tailgating. I think if we were tailgating, I was only like 7 years old. 3 dudes jumped out, of course, Raiders fans, and they robbed him. And this dude left me, and he took off running. But in front of my mom, he was this big shot. He was this guy, this macho man. And I of course, I'm 7 years old, man. And these guys looked at me, is that your father? I said, no, that's my mom's boyfriend. And of course, he took off running. But the moral of the story was, it was real rough in those years, man, at the Coliseum.
Was he a Raider fan?
Yeah. He was one of them Mexican paisano, man.
Wait, so he ran from 3 other Raider fans that robbed him?
Yeah, they robbed his ass.
Damn, Angel. So you've been having these crazy life stories since you were 7, bro.
Rome. I have the stories where I've been to a store and it was being held up, and I happen to be in there. My life is a movie, man.
It sure is. I didn't know it started so young, though. I thought it just started when I thought you created all the problems. I didn't know your mom did too.
Oh, God. If I could only tell you the half of what my mother was, man. I don't even know who my dad is to this day, so she was having a good time. Right. Rome, you have a good one, brother.
All right, Angel.
Bye-bye.
Damn, Angel. Oh, Angel's awesome, man. All right, hey, Rome, I got brought up being a Niner fan in 97 by my cousins. I was 7 years old listening to them talk about Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Stayed with the team ever since. Well, that's how you became a fan. 97, huh? What is that, 20-something years ago? All right, 842-54-7-7. What do we got here? Hold on. Let me see what they're saying. Can you send me that pic of Seahawk Lou? Yeah, I do. Somebody just sent me a picture of Seahawk Lou holding a kid in a Charger jersey. Yo, Rome, my grandma gave me that chain. He gonna go cry for show. Oh, Seahawk Lou. It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD4254, 7 to 7. Yo, Rome. Hey, Rome, it sounds like Seahawk Lou about to start crying in the closet. Yeah, go get you a bottle of Boone's Farm and go cry in the closet, Lou. We know what's going on. RD4254, 7 to 7. Are we done with football now? It's over with, right? We got to wait till Sunday to see what happens now between the Patriots and the Broncos and the Rams and the Seahawks. I think the Patriots and the Broncos is going to be a terrible game. I think the Pats are just going to take it home. As far as the Seattle and Los Angeles, I don't know. Rams and Hawks, I have no idea. I mean, I think I'm still giving the Rams a fighting chance, but Gilly thinks that the Seahawks are just a different team now, which I don't know. That defense does look pretty legit right now, though. So we'll see what happens. If it's the Pats and the Seahawks, that's going to be nobody's going to watch that Super Bowl. It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, what is it, 8:36 right now. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's up, Rome?
Hey, what up, man?
Rome, I got people saying that I'm a bully to Seahawk Lou.
No?
I got a friend that texted me, goes, hey, quit being a bully, but, he's a ha. The Seahawk Lou, and I said, well, what did I do? I said, I haven't done nothing. I haven't talked to that dude. I said, he don't even invite me over since the last time, he almost cracked one of my tooth on where dried up meat.
Yeah, I don't, no, I don't think so. I don't know.
Right, I just want to make sure he knows that I'm not picking on him because he's not a real Seahawks fan.
Oh, yeah, no, we're picking on him because he's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, well, that's not picking on him. That's just natural, bro. Like, I think everybody does. Probably the kids can pick on him, too, so.
Oh, poor Seahawk Lou. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, hey, bro, I was going to tell him if he wants me to make him some tacos or something, you know what I mean, so he can feel better, I got him, bro, and I'll even drop him off to him.
Yeah, he needs somebody to teach him how to cook, how to barbecue.
Yeah, I probably have to record it as I'm going, but, do it in slow motion so he could catch on with the way he thought.
Get out of here. Oh, my God, you guys. Leave Seahawk Lou alone. Oh, RD4254, 7 to 7. I hope the Seahawks win the Super Bowl just so I can see Seahawk Lou do a little Seahawk celebration parade on his street, because he will. He'll have his own parade. RD4254, 7 to 7. Yo, Rome, the Broncos get a hope-free card because if we win, we rally behind Stiddy and he pulled it off. But if we lose, you can blame it on not having Bo. Yeah, get out of free. Yeah, you guys do. Absolutely. Throw me outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD4254, 7 to 7. What did you send me? This is actually a pretty good comment, I think. Hey, Rome, you guys are hilarious. Men can change wives and no one bats an eye, but you change a football team, it's not that serious. I couldn't agree with you more. You're absolutely right. That's a great statement. Why is that so true? Because men are stupid. That's why. And usually, but the bottom line, here's the thing about men who are loyal to a fault when it comes to a professional team, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, is they're so insecure with their lives and they have nothing else to live for but that team. I mean, it's sad and pathetic, and it really is one of those things where you should probably get a little help. If your life is so miserable for whatever reason, that you have to live vicariously through football, like Seahawk Lou. Seahawk Lou doesn't have a job, right? So he has to live vicariously through somebody else's success. That's what that is. Anybody that's going that hard, like you just said, and I agree with you, that's going that hard, maybe if you tried harder with your wife, you wouldn't have to live through a professional sports team. Maybe if you tried harder at your job, you wouldn't have to live through a professional sports team. Maybe if you were just a better human being and happy, you wouldn't have to live through a professional sports team. And these guys are pathetic. There's no other way to put it. If you have to live through like that, that means the rest of your life is sad. And maybe you should change some things in your life to be better. Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, RD42547. Hey, Rome. Hey, since you're talking about football, what do you think about female fans? In the past, I couldn't take them seriously. They would just watch to check out the meat. But nowadays, some of these female fans know more than these soft-ass male fans. I think your premise is flawed to begin with. I don't think that female fans were watching football for the meat, as you put it, okay? I think female fans were watching football because they enjoyed watching football. I mean, I don't know what kind of female fans you know about. I mean, but my mom was is a diehard Raider fan from as long as I've known her. She's been a diehard Raider fan. She goes to the pregame, she goes to the game, she goes to the booster club, whatever it is. So I don't know what kind of fans you're around. That probably says more about your circle of friends and the females that you're around than it says about football fans. So I'm going to guess you live in Bakersfield. So you're around a lot of fake-ass fans. But if you actually live in a city who has a football team, the women are fans. And they've been fans for forever. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Your premise is wrong to begin with. Because what you're talking about is bandwagoners, people who are trying to live vicariously through something. Fans that are trying to live. These guys, these soft male fans that you're talking about, are not true football fans to begin with. They're just trying to make themselves feel better by living vicariously through a winner, okay? So you're talking about bandwagon. You're trying to correlate female fans to bandwagon fans, and that's not what's going on in football. Now, obviously, there's exceptions to every rule, but yeah, you're not right. RD42547. Hey, Romeo, you're so awesome, Romeo. I love the topic of discussion today. Those weak men need to do better. You do need to do better. I mean, that's real. You know, I mean, you can't live vicariously through somebody else's success and call yourself a success. That's not that you're not a success. Seahawk Lou is not a success because the Seahawks won a Super Bowl. Okay? You're either a success in your own right, unless you coach the team or play on the team, then you can call yourself a success. But these guys that are so that they have to create this idea that we are so dedicated to this football team. I live and die for my football team. Really? You live and die for a football team that you have no control over, pays you nothing, and you live vicariously through their success to make you feel better about your life. Yeah, that's sad. RD42547. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. RD42547. Hey, Rome, it's Klaus. Hey, the 49er fans are going to cry in the closet with Seahawk Lou due to the fact that their defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, will be the Titans' next head coach. First of all, the 49er fans don't even know who the defensive coordinator is. They couldn't name him. And I was just making a joke about that, Robert Saleh. He was the head coach for the Jets. Well, he started off as the defensive coordinator for the Niners. Then he got the head coaching job at the Jets, got fired from the Jets, went back to the Niners this year to be the defensive coordinator. Now he's going to go to the Titans. The Niners are like that ex that will always take you back after your new girlfriend breaks up with you. So don't be surprised if Salas is back with the Niners here in a couple of years. Unless they fire the head coach of the Niners for never getting to the Super Bowl. It's Romeo. It's hot 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, R84254-7-7. What did you send me here, Big Boy? Oh, Big Boy says, damn, Rome, that was deep. Made me want to shed a tear. Oh, you mean about living vicariously through a sports team? Means you suck. Your life sucks if you got to live vicariously through a sports team like that? Yeah. But you know Big Boy. I mean, Big Boy's a diehard Raider fan. I mean, in fact, I don't know if I ever told you the story how Big Boy and I met, but he is a diehard Raider fan. But you know what? Raiders win or lose, man. His life is so good. He's got an amazing wife. He's got great kids. I mean, that guy's just looking to have a good time. That's all Big Boy does in his life is have a good time. You know, that's all he does with his family, with his friends. And, you know, I mean, to be, if he lived vicariously through the Raiders, boy, he'd have a miserable life. But happy people don't let other people control their emotions and feelings. Don't let other people control how they treat other people. Happy people just be happy. And that's the problem with all you clowns out there living vicariously through these teams and living and dying with them and trying to justify it. That's the worst part is you don't even realize what you're doing. How stupid you are. R84254-7-7. I say the same thing about Gilly. Gilly's diehard Steelers fan. You know? But Steelers win a game or lose a game. That fool moves on with his life when the game's over. Next casino, next trip, next whatever. Next dinner, next whatever. Happy people do not let something that they have no control over control them. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo. We got to talk about some of the craziest places you never thought you end up. Like I've always said this. I used to come to Bakersfield for years when I was in middle school, when I was in high school, when I was in college. I used to come to Bakersfield to race BMX bikes for, 2 or 3 times a year. And I never thought I'd end up living here ever. But, I love it. I'm here now. I love it. I've been here for almost 30 years. I love it, right? But I knew what I was getting myself into when I moved here for the most part. So sometimes you never know where you're going to end up. I have a friend, a couple of close friends of mine, him and his wife. They got invited to a party one time. And they ended up going in L.A. They knew some people and they ended up being a swingers party. Funniest thing ever. Whenever they tell me the story, whenever they talk about the story, it's hilarious because the wife knew what was going on. The husband didn't, and yet they still went. So nothing happened. No, at least I don't think so. They didn't tell me that part. But sometimes you just end up, where you never. I ended up a couple of times. I told you about. I've told you this before. My buddy T-Bone. He was. He still is just a punk rock dirtbag. Used to call them scumbags. Just dirty punk rocker. He's a drummer for a punk rock band right now. Just that, that stuff that's not even commercial punk rock, what you guys think punk rock is. I'm talking about just stuff you can't listen to. But he was my boy, and I would go with him, hang out. I ended up in the basement with no floor listening to a punk rock band in San Francisco. It's the craziest place I ever been. I was like, well, what is going on here? I had never been in a house that had no floor before in the basement. It's crazy. RD42547-7. I can tell you some crazy places I ended up. I've ended up at quite a few places. Some good, some bad, but I never thought I'd be there. RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, RD42547-7. Let's talk about places you never thought you'd end up. Maybe it was a town you moved to for a job. Maybe it was Bakersfield. I never thought I'd end up in Bakersfield living here. Even though I knew about Bakersfield, I never thought I'd live here my life, and I probably will never leave Bakersfield. But yeah, it's crazy. RD42547-7. I mean, being in radio, there's a lot of crazy places I've ended up. I ended up one time at a dinner when I first got into radio, sitting next to R. Kelly and Aaliyah. No idea. I mean, because I worked for the radio station, I ended up at this dinner that I had no business being at. But yeah, RD42547. I could tell you a lot of places that I ended up probably shouldn't have been. Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley is Romeo. All right. Let's talk about some of the places you ended up. Maybe you never thought you'd be there. I mean, it could be crazy. There could just be places you never thought you'd ever end up, right? Hey, Rome, the craziest place I ended up was one time in Vegas. I got into a random van that was talking about aliens and conspiracy theories. I went to a town called Rachel, Nevada. We all got off the store there, and they left us there. It was crazy scary, and it was getting dark. What? You just got... How do you get into a van? You just get into a van and go? That's wild. That's pretty funny, though. RD42547. I'm trying to think... Where did I end up in Vegas? I got a couple of cool stories about Vegas. I actually ended up, we were, one of them, I got into a cab with somebody instead of getting in the limo. And I ended up at this VIP area with this, one of the hottest DJs ever. And I knew nobody. The guy I was with, I thought I was going back to the hotel. I ended up at this club. Bottle service, everything. I was like, how the hell did I end up here? All right, because it's your buddy. And we had our own security guard. He was like some UFC great. It was crazy. I'm trying to think what else happened in Vegas. Oh, yeah. I've ended up at cool places in Vegas, though. I don't think I've ever ended up in, where'd you say, Rachel, Nevada, with conspiracy theorists and aliens. No, I never ended up something like that. But yeah, I remember... Everything that's gone wrong in Vegas has always gone right, I think. I'm trying to think of all the different things that have happened to me in Vegas. Yeah. RD42547. You ever end up somewhere you just never thought you'd be? Could be good, could be bad, could be crazy, or anything. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley is Romeo. All right, let's talk about some of the places you ended up you never thought you'd be. 842-547. Yo, Rome. Hey, I'm with you, Rome. I never thought I'd end up in Bakersfield. I met a woman in the military when I was stationed back east who was from Bakersfield. After our tour ended, we ended up moving to Bakersfield, where she's from, so I live here now. I don't mind it. I did like living back east, but I never thought I'd end up on the West Coast. Fair enough. I mean, there's probably plenty of people right now that never thought they'd end up in Bakersfield. Just like there's plenty of you out there that aren't listening right now because you don't get the radio station that ended up moving somewhere else out of Bakersfield that you didn't know. You know, I mean, you just never know where you're going to end up. All right, 842-547. I would tell you a funny story about Vegas. Went to Vegas a few years. This was years ago when Jay-Z was on tour, and all the people going with me wanted to go see Jay-Z. And, well, not all of them, but there were some friends that wanted to go see Jay-Z. I said, look, man, I can't. I said, so they wanted me to get tickets. And I told, my boss, the promoter, and they said, well, we don't know. Well, everybody got worried they weren't going to get tickets to see Jay-Z. And so they all bought tickets, except for me. And it was me, my girl, her friend, and her husband, right? And they said, well, if we don't get tickets, we don't get tickets. Whatever. Night of the show, promoter calls me and says, hey, I got your tickets. Meet me at the entrance. Met him at the entrance. Jay-Z had this VIP area that had his own alcohol, had its own dance floor, had its own area right between the stadium seating and the thing. It was so cool. And Jay-Z went off. It was a great concert. But yeah, you just end up where you end up sometimes, And that's where I ended up. Right there. And there was only like 12 people in this whole area because it was a big area, like a dance floor area with a bar, its own bar. Yeah, I mean, I could tell you all kinds of crazy stories about where I ended up. Some good, some bad. But you lived through it all. RD42547. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the Rhythm of the Valley is Romeo. RD42547. Where's the craziest place or where'd you end up, right? Hey, Rome. All right, like I said, 842-547. Yo, Romeo. This happened quite years ago. I was down in Mexico with my cousins. One of them lived in Mexico. We were visiting, and I don't know, but somehow I ended up on a donkey that took me bar hopping. I don't really remember everything because we drank so much, but I do remember getting on a donkey, and he took us from bar to bar and then took us back to where we got on. I don't really know the whole story. My cousins did fill in parts of it for me, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. I ended up on a donkey bar hopping in Mexico. Sounds like a great time, huh? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. 4.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Hey, Rome, I got a story for you in Mexico as well. My wife and I, we went with the family for a wedding in Mexico City. And it was my mom and me, my wife and I. We got into a cab to go get something to eat. We asked the driver, hey, we just want to go to a great place for breakfast. The guy took us to what I believe was his house. It was the craziest thing ever, Romeo. I don't know if it was a real restaurant or it was the guy's house. We ended up walking through the back door, and the kitchen and the table was there. An older lady made us breakfast. It was delicious. We ended up paying for it, and then he took us back to where we were staying, Rome. It was so crazy. I still don't know to this day if he just took us home and charged us for breakfast or not. I do got to tell you, though, Rome, it was kind of creepy. I didn't know what to think when he started taking us through a neighborhood. It was crazy. Really? Wow. He just took you to his he just took you to his grandma's house. Yeah, I got tongue-tied. So wait, he just took you to his house, had his mom or his grandma make you dinner, make you breakfast, and then charged you, huh? As long as the food was good, who cares, right? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1.